Hello guys, hope you're doing well as always and welcome back to another episode in the FA Cup Road to Wembley series. If this is your first time checking it out, go and check out the other episodes that we've done starting from the very first round of the FA Cup all the way to now and all the way to the final. Today we're going down to Southampton for the FA Cup fourth round replay that sees Southampton host Watford. The last game was a 1-1 draw. Watford struck early but Southampton scored in the 89th minute, earning themselves a replay at the St Mary's Stadium. It was an entertaining game, and since that fixture has been played, Southampton have only played one game, beating Rotherham 2-0, whereas Watford have played two, drawing 0-0 with Sheffield Wednesday and losing 1-0 to Cardiff City. They had 17 shots in that game against Cardiff, and they couldn't find the back of the net. It's more frustration for them in front of goal, which they're going to need to fix for today's game, and with it being at the St Mary's, it's likely going to be in Southampton's favour, but as I said in the last video, ladies and gents, it's the FA Cup, anything can happen, so let's get down there and hope for another entertaining fixture much like the last, and we'll see which team is going to be facing Liverpool in the next round.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down.
So ladies and gents, we're at the St Mary's Stadium ahead of this FA Cup fixture, round 4 replay, Southampton versus Watford. Thoughts and feelings, hit me.
Well, it'll be interesting because when we saw the first leg, it was Watford all the way in the first half and Southampton all the way in the second half. You just feel, especially with Watford's recent form, that they may have blown their chance. Southampton at home, they can't afford to have the same first half that they had last time. They've got to come out kicking and screaming. So yeah, I'm quite confident about Southampton. Also, we've got to keep the red flag flying to get us through to the next round and play Liverpool, Reds versus Reds. So yeah, Southampton.
There you go. I can't lie, I don't disagree with you. The one thing that I'll say is that I am surprised that Southampton have decided to rotate as much as they have, because that seemed to be their problem last time, is when they brought on their big boys that they actually started to perform. So maybe there could be a slow start again for Southampton, but like you said, they can't afford that. Do you have a score prediction?
Yeah, I'm going to be bold. 3-0 Southampton.
Do you know what? I don't mind it at all. I think it's going to be a little more narrow than that, and I think that Southampton are going to win this 2-1. Although, you got the last score prediction bang on, so if history repeats itself, if history repeats itself again, then you need to start getting down the bookies.
Yep.
Maybe not, I quite like where I live. Let's see what happens, ladies and gents. And the Watford fans occupying that end of the stadium. They filled out their section with still more to come. And out come the two teams now. It's do or die. The result of this fixture will be determined tonight. Who's going to take it? It's a disappointing turnout from the Southampton fans who failed to sell out at home in what is a massive game for them. Perhaps there's a feeling that they've already won this game, but it is the FA Cup. Anything can happen, and Watford are more than capable, as they showed in the last game. Watford get us underway, ladies and gents. Good ball. Comes to nothing. Wasted opportunity, but Southampton are dominating these first 10 minutes. The rain's starting to come down in Southampton. It's tricky conditions for the players. Oh, it's off the bar. It's the closest that we've seen to a goal. Whether we expected it to be or not, Watford go within inches of striking first. It looked like it was in from where we were sat, but Watford again go very close in taking the lead. Oh, that's a goal. The ball. And he's missed. And he's just about dealt with. Chance of the game. Squandered by Southampton. When Che Adams gets a chance like that, you normally expect it to find the net, but this time round, straight at the keeper and is wasted. Can't afford to do that, especially after Watford hit the bar.
and it is wide. A lot of the stand think it's in, but it is wide. Oh. And that's the end of that. Someone's birthday's gone well. It's number 1 on the pitch. And that is half time, ladies and gentlemen. A pretty uneventful half. It's 0-0.
So half time 0-0. Not really much to talk about, to be honest. What did you make of what we saw?
Dull as dishwater, a bit harsh maybe, but Southampton started off quite brightly, I thought. Then there's about 15 minutes, 20 minutes of not a lot going on really. Livened up a bit towards the end, 10 minutes or so, where actually both sides had opportunities, chances. But overall, I think Southampton have edged it, but yeah, need a bit more. I think conditions are playing a part in this. Very, very wet, it's very windy. Can't be easy. Yeah, looking forward to a better second half, hopefully.
I agree with that, Spurs. I'm glad that you brought up the weather, because that's probably my main takeaway. I think that we've seen a lot of sloppy errors, a lot of cautiousness from the teams because of the weather, because it's so wet out there, ladies and gents. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but it has been pissing it down since minute 1. And it is difficult to play in, so I think that has factored why it hasn't been as eventful as the last game. But yeah, I agree with you. I think the Southampton edged it. We just want to see a bit more action, a few more goals. Obviously Watford hit the bar, but we want to see the ball hit the back of the net. It could very well go to penalties. Could be our first one at penalties as well. So
I almost wanted to go to penalties just to have some tension in the match.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
It will indeed, but we'll see what happens in the second half. If we even make it 2 penalties, let alone extra time. But we'll have a look, ladies and gentlemen. See you there.
Oh, strong appeals for a penalty. The ref's given it the other way, and surely there's going to be a book in there. From where we were sat, it looked like it could have been a penalty. You've got to trust the ref in that situation. He's gone down for diving, yellow card, and there doesn't seem to be too many complaints. Nice good ball, and it's 1-0. Save the lead. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the first goal in this tie that was lacking any real quality going forward. It goes Southampton's way. Can Southampton hang on now, or will Watford be able to bring this back? Watford are gearing up 3 changes after that goal. It's all or nothing for them now.
Well, Southampton have been applying the pressure this entire game, and you can't help but feel like this goal has been coming. But I wouldn't have put money on Mara to be the first player to score, because he's been very inconsistent throughout. Regardless, good goal, sent the keeper the wrong way. He had all the time in the world to make his mind up on where he put it, and Southampton are in the lead.
The keeper does well there. Oh, Che Adams with a rare wasted chance. This is second of the game, to be fair.
Just lacking that consistency in front of goal, Southampton.
That second one was truly special.
Thunderbolts in past the keeper. I had no chance of getting that. That was way too much power on it. And Southampton double their lead. It's theirs to lose now. You can't help but feel like they are already guaranteed in the next round.
The Watford goalkeeper's making his way off. It seems like it's going to be an injury or whatever reason, he doesn't feel up to it. But Watford changing their goalkeeper with 30 minutes to go. I feel like there's not much that can be done. And Dibbling makes way, in my opinion, the best player on the pitch in the first half. He was absolutely brilliant. But it's Sam Edozie who comes on, the man on loan from Manchester City. The man who we saw score against Sheffield Wednesday in the opening game of the season. Can he find the back of the net today? That's got to be a booking, surely. Great footwork from Edozie, but it's a poorly timed challenge. Southampton free kick in a great position though. And that's 3, and that is game, set and match.
If it wasn't already confirmed to Southampton, it is now. And it is game over for Watford. Those Southampton fans delighted at the news that they're going to be travelling to Liverpool. It's going to need a miracle from Watford, a miracle I can't see happening, but stranger things have happened in football. Good ball in from the free kick. Easy, touched into the bottom corner. Southampton lead 3-0. Game over. Oh, almost a hat trick, but not quite. It's nice. Oh, it's off the post. So unlucky for Medozi. Oh, it's off the post again. Oh, and it's side netting. Even with a minute and a half to go, Southampton still not letting up. Still applying that pressure. Still going for more. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. There's no more time. And not that Southampton needed it. They ran right in this second half. They were absolutely superb. As the Watford players head down the tunnel already. They've not turned up today. They played poorly, and the Watford end is absolutely empty at the end of that. Most of them are gone home, and those that have stayed, heading for the exit straight away after the full-time whistle. They let themselves down out there today. They didn't play as well as they did in the last game, and as we said at that fixture, you couldn't help but feel like they'd rue it today, and they absolutely did. They wasted their chance at home, and they just didn't turn up today. Southampton, however, did turn up, and as the game went on, they got better and better and better. Their passing was fantastic. They controlled the game brilliantly, and by the end of the game they were just playing around with Watford. Hit the post twice at the end. They could have had more, but it's still a convincing 3-0 win. It sets them up for that tie against Liverpool, and fair play to them. So ladies and gents, that is full time. It's another game done, and we've got ourselves a winner. It's Southampton. Deserved winner.
First of all, the Reds are through. I'm just saying. And the Reds play the Reds, I'm just saying. I think Southampton should apply to the league and all future cup games and just ask, can we play the second half only? Because that's when they seem to turn up. They were brilliant. Second half, they were fantastic. Watford were nowhere near it, were they? No, fantastic for Southampton, well done. And we look forward to seeing them at Anfield. Very, very excited. And we're just talking to someone, two chaps in the hospitality lounge. They were talking about how well obviously they're doing with an amazing unbeaten run, and actually Anfield will be a good opportunity for them to show exactly where they are. So yeah, well done Southampton. Looking forward to seeing you. We'll be following you up there, and let's see how it goes.
I'm glad that you mentioned those guys as well, because shout out to you boys. You lovely guys, and we had a good chat after the game and watching the Leeds game as well. Happy with the Leeds result very quickly.
4-1 win, didn't they? Get in there, boys.
So that's it. So there's every chance. Could be Chelsea as well, by the way. If it does fall well and Chelsea go through and Leeds go through and they're on different days to the next fixture of the Road to Wembley series, could be going, couldn't we?
Please change the result, the fixture, because it would be great if one day we did Liverpool and then we travelled down or across to
Leeds or Chelsea.
Yeah, to Leeds or Chelsea. That would be fantastic if we could do that. But who cares? We're through. I don't care.
That's it. I hope that we can make it work, because if we can, that would be brilliant. We've already seen one Leeds versus Chelsea result, not one that I really want to talk about too much, weirdly. Focusing on today's game, Southampton were brilliant in the second half, which, like my dad said, they tend to do that. From the game that we saw last time, they were brilliant in the second half, not very great in the first half. And I mean, to be fair, neither side were great in the first half, but Southampton dominated throughout the 90 minutes and they deserved the win. 3-0, they could have had more. 2 shots that hit the woodwork, they absolutely smashed it. So fair play to them. And to be fair, we're looking at the two teams on paper. Who's going to challenge Liverpool more in the next round of the FA Cup? Southampton is the obvious answer. So we look forward to going up to Anfield for that game. Subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, because you do not want to miss this. We're in the nitty-gritty of the FA Cup rounds now and could potentially see an upset at Anfield or one of the potential finalists already. So stick around, because you're not going to want to miss it. Check out the other videos that we've done so far in this series, and we will see you guys in the next episode of this series. Thank you so much for watching as always. Thank you for joining me as always. We will see you at Anfield.
See you up there.
Take care. Peace and love.